Hey y'all, it's Prosper. Welcome back to another video. I know it's been a while, y'all. I promise you, I swear, y'all, I'm not gonna be not inconsistent. I'm gonna be consistent starting from now on. I swear, guys. Yo, it's June, bro. Summer's about to come, man. So it's time to start locking in. And today we're reacting to a Jimmy High Roller video. I'm guessing this video is about Victor Wembanyama, judging by the thumbnail, but let's get into it, and hopefully there's some actual good takes, because I don't like when there's shit ass takes, bro. Let's get into it, y'all. Chat Holmgren looks ready for game 8. Okay, I can't lie, this man is getting paid $240 million. Okay, he's getting paid $240 million to put up 4 rebounds and 4 points. He's literally robbing the team. Every game in the NBA is between two frauds. If you lose, you're fraudulent, it's proven. If you win, you won against a fraud and have thus proven nothing. Yo, I can't lie, like, that's actually true. I snuck into an NBA playoff game and played censor. Wait, Shea 2024 is better than Stephen Curry 2016? Like, are you serious? I mean, wait. Nah. Stephen Curry was the unanimous MVP. Fuck no. And his team went 73-9. Maybe they didn't win the chip, but he won the chip in 2015, so it doesn't really matter. Shea only has 1 chip, so it equates, I guess. I mean, fuck. I don't know, man. Wemby already top 10 all time. Okay. First of all, he's 22 years old. Second of all, the only accolade he has is Defensive Player of the Year. I can't lie, he did win unanimous Defensive Player of the Year though, so that's kind of crazy, but yeah. Okay, if James Naismith ever seen Julius Randle play basketball, he would feel like Oppenheimer. Whatever that means, bro. Whatever that means, bro. OKC is the most insufferable team of all time, and it's not particularly close. I can't lie. The only team that has been insufferable to watch was the Warriors, but they were a good insufferable. The OKC is a bad insufferable. Like, watching the OKC play is... it's like you're watching the WWE. You're watching people flop on the floor. You're watching people get fake punched. You're watching, like you're literally watching people, like, do stunts and shit like that. Yo, OKC is, like, one of, like, the worst teams to watch, for sure. Definitely, for sure.
LeBron James all the way up to number 2 on your all-time list? I have him at 9. Look at me.
Okay. Not even 5, bro? Like,
well respected by franchise players, a 9'7" French alien with high emotional intelligence.
Wait, high emotional intelligence, yeah, so close.
Some hot takes to look at today.
Ooh, hot takes. Hopefully these takes are actually good, y'all.
The bad ones and the downright atrocious.
Ooh, bet. Yo, if these takes are terrible, bro, I swear. Ad placement, yep, knew it. W ad placement.
Playoff basketball. We are now down to just 2 teams.
Yup. Yo, I got the Knicks winning in 6, bro. I feel like the Spurs are just too young.
The rest of us have been relegated to watch from the sidelines as we spew out hot takes about teams we couldn't beat. And today, we're gonna take a look at some of these takes. Starting with this one that comes
Is Wemby
from
the quickest someone has
ever climbed to arguably number 1 in the league? Wemby's
Ooh, low key.
Either LeBron or MJ ascended to number 1.
I mean, like, LeBron James did win his, I mean, not win, but he did bring his team in his, what, 4th year? So that's kind of similar, I guess, right?
So quickly. And this is interesting because there's 2 parts to this take. The first part is that Wemby is arguably the best player in the world. And the second is that no one else has been the
yeah,
best
didn't LeBron
player
James
in the
average
world by
30
the
at like
end of their third
22?
season. Both of
Like,
those statements a bit subjective. I think it's
and
definitely
Katie,
fair
right?
to say that Victor Wembanyama is arguably the best player in the world right now. If it's not him, then it's Shea. And regardless of who you
I don't know
pick,
about
there's
that
no
one.
wrong answer. But the key word here is arguably. So has any other player in NBA history climbed to be arguably the best player in the league by year 3?
I say Michael, I mean,
Will Chamberlain,
I say Michael Jordan, low-key.
MVP as a rookie. By the end of Kareem's
Damn.
third season, he led the league in scoring twice, had 2 MVPs,
Damn.
a finals
Damn.
MVP, and was
Yo,
definitively
what?
the best player in the NBA.
Nah, but like those
Larry
times
Bird
were
was
like,
the runner-up in MVP voting in his second and third seasons in the league, and was arguably the best player in the league. And of course, there's Michael
damn.
Jordan.
Oh yeah, Michael Jordan was
Despite
averaging
having the
37
hardware
points.
as
Come on.
tangible proof, was generally regarded as one
Bro,
of
Jordan was averaging 37 points, y'all. Like 37 points. The only reason why he didn't win MVP this season because his team was ass. Literally the only reason why.
if not the best player in the world by the end of his third season in '87. Now, looking into more recent NBA history, there's Shaquille O'Neal, who was arguably the best player in the league by '90.
Okay. Okay. That's kind of a stretch. You have Hakeem. Fuck. You have Hakeem. You have David Robinson, obviously. Who else did you have? Jordan. But he didn't play that year. Fuck. Nah, but that ass though, come on. Hakeem was definitely better.
Robinson
What the fuck?
And Hakeem Olajuwon. Although Shaq held the crown by 2000, in Tim Duncan's third season, he was in conversations as the best player in the league after leading the Spurs to a championship in just his second
I mean,
season.
he had so
Another
much fucking help.
prodigy with an underrated early career is Kevin Durant, who was regarded as virtually the only player
Yeah,
who could
Kevin
go
Durant was
toe-to-toe
averaging
with
30,
the
bro.
prime LeBron by his third season in the league in 2010. He finished
Like-
second in MVP voting, and although he wasn't the best player in the
Didn't he
world,
win fucking
was
scoring
next
champ
in
as well?
line by his third season. And then there's Derrick Rose, who wasn't regarded as the best player in the world by the end of year 3, but he did get an award, a small consolation prize for his
MVP at
efforts.
22.
And of
Wow.
course, there's year 3 LeBron, who ascended in the 2000s with a crowd of all-time greats.
Yeah,
By the
31
end of his third
points, bro.
season,
That's what I'm
there
talking about,
wasn't
y'all.
a definitive best player in the world. Between Dirk, Kobe, Nash, Duncan, the conversation was pretty open for interpretation. But there's no denying he was certainly in it, finishing second in MVP voting in his third season in the league.
That's kind
The
of
moral
crazy,
of
bro.
this story being
Shit.
that throughout modern NBA history, even amongst the greatest
Like,
players
that's
of
kinda
all
crazy,
time,
y'all.
there probably hasn't been a single player that was the consensus #1 player in the world by the end of year 3. Wemby falls in the same category as
Nah, Wemby's not better than
Shaq,
Jokic. I'm
Jordan,
sorry,
and
y'all.
Bird, making a very
Wemby's
strong
no.
case as arguably the best player in the league. I wouldn't say he's definitively the best player in the world, but I'd say being in the same sentence as those guys is a good consolation. Now, this next
I
take
guess.
comes from a fan who says you could replace Shai Gilgeous-Alexander with 30 different players, and the Thunder still win the title. And if this isn't
Wait, what does that mean? What? You could replace SGA with 30 players. Okay. And the Thunder would still win a championship. I think they're trying to say that Thunder is like it's like a fake team or unethical team. So that's why they're saying that probably, because the sentence doesn't make sense to me. I don't get it. Fuck.
evidence that SGA has the worst PR of any superstar.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
don't know what is. 30 players. You know what the
That's
Thunder's
kinda
record
crazy,
is
y'all.
this season, including the playoffs with Shai? 65-13.
oh my
You know
god.
their record without him? 8-6.
Holy shit.
84% win percentage
Damn.
with Shai, 57% win percentage without him.
Damn.
The Thunder's record over the last 3 seasons with Shai, 204 and 56.
What?
78% win percentage. Their record without Shai, 15-12.
Oh
A
my god.
mediocre 56% win percentage without Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Yeah, they're
over the
barely
last 3
above
seasons.
50
For
without
perspective,
him, so
from 2016 through 2018, when the Warriors
Come on, y'all.
had the league in a chokehold, Golden State's record with Steph Curry was 215 and 44.
Damn,
Their record
okay.
without him was 30 and 19.
That's not
The
bad.
gap
Yo, that's really
is
good.
Identical to the Thunder
21%.
with and without Shai.
Ooh,
Because
shit.
it turns out, not only do great successful players have great impact, but they usually have great teams built around their unique
That's true,
skill
bro.
set and talent. Time and time again, we penalize players for being a part of a good team. Fans minimize Steph because of how good the Warriors were. They downplayed LeBron in Miami because of how good the Heat were. And you can't bring up Jordan without someone mentioning how great
Yeah,
the team
Scottie
around
Pippen,
him
yeah.
was. But all of the true
Bro, all
all-time
teams
greats
need a
had
good
great
teammate,
teams
like-
around them. If social media existed in the 90s,
I mean,
all
all
you
like
would
good players in
ever
a good
hear
team.
about is how stacked the Bulls are and the unfair advantage MJ has. Steph had the most lethal team in the history of basketball.
This guy had
behind
KD,
him.
Klay
Bird and
Thompson,
Magic played with
Iguodala.
rotations filled exclusively with Hall of Famers. This is just the way it goes. And the irony
Damn,
of
bro.
all of it is that in many cases, the perceived caliber of the team as a whole can often be the result
Yeah,
of the guy
Shea is not really playing with any other Hall of Famers. Like, I can't see any other person being a Hall of Famer besides Shea on the team. Like, unless J Dub becomes like way better and he actually like gets better throughout the years, maybe he can become a Hall of Famer. But if he's keep on playing like this and always injured and shit, bro, Shea's like the only person on the OKC that is like a future Hall of Fame player. So yeah.
leading the charge. Great players make their teammates look better. You'll often hear the hypothetical of swapping player X with player Y and which team would perform better with their new star. For example,
Bro,
Jokic
all
with
good
SGA
teams
and
have to have a
Thunder win
good
championship with the
reserve.
Nuggets would be in the play-in or something like that. But that's not how basketball works. Good teams are built with intention. They are built with specificity.
Yep.
Shea is a
Yep.
great player. So
Yep.
is Luka Doncic. But Shea cannot do what Luka does. And Luka can't do what Shea does. Same goes
Yep.
for Ant or Brunson. Great players, completely different skill sets. Great rosters are like a recipe. You need the right amount of the right ingredients to make it
Yup.
work. Change
Exactly.
one ingredient,
Yup.
and you risk screwing up the entire dish.
Yup.
In fact, we've already seen what happens when talent is viewed as some perfectly transferable property. In the super team era, where
Yo, he's right, yo.
organizations
He's right, yo.
had this exact mentality. Teams were slapped together with no intention, no design, no cohesion, just stacking up as much talent as possible for the sake of it. And it almost never worked out. Regardless of what you think of Shea's game,
Damn.
he is a very unique and very crucial ingredient to a recipe that has been perfected over the last half decade. And there are not 30
Yeah, this
players
take was so fucking ass on my life. This take was so fucking ass.
who could fill his shoes and lead OKC to a title. This take is absurd. Now, this next
Crazy
take
ass
comes
take.
from a fan who says
There has never been a more difficult time in NBA to win a title shit. Rather than right now. I say 2018, like the Warriors, like I can't lie. If you weren't the Cavs or the Warriors between 2014 to 2019, like the only exception was like the Raptors because LeBron James moved conferences. But between 2014 to 2019, that was probably the hardest time to win a championship because you were not making it past LeBron James and you were not making it past Curry. So I think that's like the most hardest part. I
there has
can't lie.
never been a more difficult
2014 to
time to win
2018.
an NBA championship than right now. And I completely agree.
No,
After the Warriors
no, I
ran
don't
the
agree.
table on the NBA last decade, the entire meta of professional
Like, bro, if you think about it, who the fuck was winning between 2015 and 2018? No team was beating the Warriors in the Western Conference. Like, I know you have the Rockets, they were one game off, but they choked. I mean, they completely choked that shit, bro. Like,
basketball shifted. Teams have gotten smarter, they've gotten deeper, and although talent will always prevail, the path to winning a ring in today's NBA requires far more than just talent to get it done. This is now the 8th season in a row.
okay, here's how I think he's gonna break it down. I feel like he's saying that since a team hasn't won back-to-back, or since a team hasn't been able to have the same success over seasons and seasons consecutively, then it's harder because teams are not winning at the same race at the same rate, even though they're the best team in the league. Like, for example, this year the Thunder literally lost in the conference finals. I mean, they're one game off, but like in order to get back to the finals, it's way harder than back then. So I guess he's right for sure.
different team will be crowned champions, the longest stretch of unique championship teams in NBA history. In fact, there have been 14
See?
unique
Told
teams
y'all.
in the finals over the last 8 years. That is half the NBA. We are now creeping up on an entire era of absolute parity in the NBA. And this is in complete opposition of what we saw in previous eras. Whether it was the Celtics and Lakers winning 8 of the 10 championships in the 80s, the Bulls going 6 for 10 in the 90s, the Spurs and Lakers combining for 7 rings in the 2000s, or the Warriors winning 4 in 8 seasons. Dynasties and perpetual winning have been a staple in the NBA for decades. But due to multiple factors, such as advanced analytics giving teams the insight to optimize their rosters and game plans, teams prioritizing depth more than ever before, the rise of rotation level players and their impact on a night-to-night basis, and the league itself enacting new rules to actively fight against teams building dynasty-worthy rosters. Not only is it more challenging to win a championship now than ever before, it's more equitable. No longer do you have to have the best player on the court to win a series.
Yeah, it's true.
Can you pair up a
I mean,
and run through a conference? The 10th man off the bench
I guess
can be just as pivotal in today's game as your second.
I mean, I don't really agree with that. I mean, like the OKC literally have the best player in the league. The Spurs literally have one of the most generational talents on planet Earth. The Knicks are like the only team that are the only like roster that doesn't really have like that player. I mean, Jalen Brunson is obviously good. I'm pretty sure isn't he like first team All NBA? Is he? Fuck, I don't know, but I know he's definitely All NBA for sure, obviously. But yeah, the Knicks are like the only team that like don't have like a top 5 MVP candidate. Like, so I guess his take is right, but I don't really know. I don't know, y'all.
The game has slowly leveled the playing field for teams competing for a title, and this shrunken gap between top-end teams now leaves the margin for error small enough that truly anything can happen. We still see glimpses of all world-caliber players willing their teams to victories, but those moments have now become a rarity. Before this era of parity, LeBron James was able to will his way to 8 straight finals appearances.
Yeah, bro, I don't know how he did that shit, bro.
And determination. This does not happen in today's NBA.
Hell no.
Is no longer a bonus.
That's not happening, bro.
A great coach is no longer an edge, it's a requirement. Right when you think one team has separated themselves from the pack as a
I can't lie. The same way we've seen the Pacers. Yo, I promise you not one person was thinking the Pacers were going to be 1 game off of winning the championship last year. Did you think that? Did you actually believe the Pacers were going to be 1 game off of winning the championship? If you said yes, I know you're lying. I know you're lying. Let's be fucking for real, okay? Like,
Canada,
come on, let's be for real,
y'all.
y'all.
Faster than it ever did before to counter their strengths. The basketball scale has and will always tilt in the favor of talent. One thing that remains true is that winning a championship means being in possession of one of, if not the best player in the world. But it's everything else. Depth, fit, cohesion, chemistry, schemes, rotations that has leveled the playing field and can now tilt the scale just as much. This is a great take. And our last take comes from a fan.
Decent take, I guess. I mean, there's some things, I guess. The regular season is pretty much irrelevant now. The playoffs are like the only thing that actually matter when it comes to discourse and legacy. I mean, yeah, the regular season doesn't really tell anything, I can't lie. Like, obviously, the good teams are going to be the good teams, like the OKC, the Spurs, the Knicks, and the Celtics are obviously like the good teams, but like for all 16 teams that play in the playoffs, only about 5 are actually like predictable. Like the Thunder, the Spurs, like, right, they're like predictable teams that you would see or think that they'll excel in. But those other 8-10 teams, bro, like just how I said last year, the Pacers, no one thought the Pacers were going to be 1 game off of winning the chip. Come on, let's be for real, y'all.
Regular season has become all but irrelevant, and the playoffs are the only thing that actually matters, both in terms of discourse and legacy. And I could not agree more with this take. In the past, the playoffs were just a ramped up version of the regular season. Tougher defense, tendencies exaggerated,
Yeah, this is a decent take.
more
I can't
intense
lie.
matchups. The consequences of the playoffs were held to a similar regard. What a player did in the postseason mattered the most, but what they did in the regular season still mattered quite a bit. But now more than ever, the postseason has become completely disconnected from the regular season. The playoffs don't just feel more intense. At times, it actually feels like we're watching a completely different
Yeah, it's
sport.
way
And
different
this
than
is what
regular
happens
season.
when
Like
the regular season is comprised of some teams
I generally do not tune in to regular season games unless it's like a overtime game. I do not tune into regular season games. But as soon as playoff starts, bro, yo, I'm in
resting
there, bro.
players,
Can't lie.
other teams using the regular season as one long testing ground in preparation for the playoffs, and the rest of the teams literally trying to lose as many games as possible. It has become
That's true.
evident that many organizations do not take the regular season seriously whatsoever. And in return, many fans are now choosing not to take it seriously either. You won the league's most prestigious award, the MVP? Well, why should I care? It doesn't even look like you do. Average 25
Yo.
a night. Yeah, well, a quarter of the league isn't even trying to win games. If all you
Yeah, I
guys
can't
care
lie.
about
Who
is
the
playoff-
fuck knew who Denny Avada? What the fuck is his name? Denny Avadada? What the? Denny Avda? Okay, yeah, y'all get my point. Yeah, who the hell knew Denny Avada, whatever his name is, 2 years ago? Or was he even in the league 2 years ago? I don't even fucking know. But who actually knew that guy? No one knew that guy. Come on, bro. Let's be real, y'all.
Then all we're going to care about is the playoffs. And now here we are at the point where a 6-game series can hold more weight.
Yeah,
than an
James Harden's a
entire
fraud.
season of basketball.
Donovan Mitchell's a
Legacies,
fraud. I'm sorry,
reputations, the entire merit of a player's game are now decided strictly off of the playoffs. Tracy McGrady was a fantastic player, and to this day, he is rightfully remembered as such. Tracy McGrady never made it out of the first round. These days, if
Oh,
you
that's-
win an
wait,
MVP, but you
that's
don't
not
back it up
true.
as the best player throughout
Wait, that's not even true. Wait, what? Oh, he didn't play in that Spurs run? Because I swear he was on the Spurs during like what 2013, I believe.
first round. These days, if you win an MVP, but you
Yo,
don't
he was
back
like
it
one
up
game
as
off
the
of winning
best
that
player
chip, too.
throughout the entire playoffs, you are instantly a fraud. Steve Nash won back-to-back MVPs and never.
Yeah,
made it to
that's
the
true,
finals.
bro.
Dominique Wilkins is a legend, a staple of 80s basketball. He also never made it to the conference finals
Damn.
once in his entire career.
Damn.
Meanwhile, I just watched Jalen Duren wash away fan support, 70 games of awesome basketball, and
Damn.
a max contract in just 3 weeks of bad playoff basketball. I just watched arguably the most
I mean,
impactful regular
fuck,
season
bro. Yo, Shed Holmgren, bro. I'm so sorry, but like, if you're getting paid $240 million to score 10 points in the whole entire series, like on average, obviously, yeah, you're robbing someone. It's not me. It's not you. It's the fucking organization that you're robbing, bro. I can't lie. Please, bro.
all time get dismissed because of one bad round in the playoffs. I heard someone say Joel Embiid, former league MVP, 4th highest scoring average in NBA history, one of the most talented bigs of all time, is not a Hall of Famer because of his lack of playoff success.
Nah, he's definitely gonna be a Hall of Famer, but
yeah,
he's not gonna be top
Not everyone's gonna win a
20.
championship. But
Can't
do
lie.
I also think the players and teams have done this to themselves? Yeah. The symptom of teams coasting their way through the regular season without any real sense of urgency is that we as fans now know the real test of a player's game. Actually, the only true test of their game and their abilities is in the playoffs, which inherently makes the regular season and everything that happens in it a lot less important, and everything that happens in the postseason, even if it's a 4-game sample size, the only thing that matters. And although I really wish this wasn't the current state of the league and its discourse, I agree with this take. But let me know what you think. Share your hot takes in the comments below. And as always, the hotter, the better.
These takes were kind of ass, y'all. I'm so sorry, y'all. If y'all enjoyed the video and the breakdown, let me know what's up, and let me know what y'all want me to react to next, y'all. I'm excited. Yo, this summer I'm posting so fucking much. I'm posting 2 videos a day this summer, y'all. Promise, bro. By next week I'll be done with school, bro, and I'm making a YouTube video every single day. I'm gonna be posting on TikTok. I'm I'm gonna be posting on streaming on Twitch actually as well. So tune in, y'all, and see you on the next one. Prosper.